Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas. Tonight at DKR, Bevo and the Horns ready for another home opener. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try to get outside. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quickly complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Going up top on 1st down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, Billman making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man to the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Power football with the run. Just buried him. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete to the left. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Open runway ahead. Touchdown Longhorns! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. New Mexico State was anything but dominant today, but the Aggies are going to leave Memorial Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Con. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here come the Irish back on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. Makes a catch past the sticks. At the 45 on his way. Afterburner's coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that fourth down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
Toss to the outside. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29.
Get set.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, they decided to get aggressive. That was just third and very manageable. Instead, they saw something, thought they could take a shot, but that's the risk reward. You don't come up with it. Now you got fourth down.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Finds him out of the backfield. Still running at the 40. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. Hit the gas, kid. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UConn looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've seen this offense look this crisp since the days of Dan Orlovsky. They're up by 20 over Marshall. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the returner will be dragged down. Started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Wants to fire on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. Spinderella. He's up to 73 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
They're going to ride this running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll try the left side. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. A little screen to the running back. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Seems as if he has reservations for 6 every time he touches the ball.
What is that, Reese? That's 3 already, I think, for him in the first half. So great start. I'd keep feeding him, I think. He's doing okay.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half? He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. First down for this offense. DB's right up on the receivers. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Defense playing a bail technique. The play action fake. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
On the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Here come the Irish back on offense. The give out of the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Offense working from the pistol. They'll try the run. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last.
And he's running in the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
The
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's going to pass on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he pulls it in at the 15. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So instead of having a first down, they'll back it up. The offensive pass interference that defenses everywhere wish would be called more often. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in on the left. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Pickup of one, it's down at the 11.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back to this ball game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 4 over the Coyotes. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. These corners backing off a bit. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Moving out of the pocket. He'll throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That's a good example of a good pass rush affecting the quarterback's rhythm. He wasn't able to just take his steps and throw with his feet underneath him on balance. He was forced to move, forced to escape the pocket, and right away everything fell apart with the accuracy and obviously not on the same page with his wideout.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 40. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move. Got room at the 35. Running toward the tape. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the heart of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No serve, no boss, get it together.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Skips away from pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Here comes the Texas offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You did.
He wants to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He finds his man and brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. Notre Dame 42, Texas 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quarterback checking off. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
Lining up to add another.
Bro, I was having a good time. I said I wanted to come back
Right
again,
down
bro.
the boulevard.
I was having a good
Quick work on
time.
that
I'm
scoring
making this
drive
shit
with
again.
four plays. They finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Take over first and 10.
Here come the Irish back on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Powers through the defender. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll run it. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Keeps the legs moving. Open space at the 25. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead in the 4th.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Well, and at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Touchdown, Irish! And the pummeling has started.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he's got it inside the 35. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in the rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He'll take another shot here. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock, and we got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll try it over the left side. Discards a man. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. A 3rd and long coming up here. Trying to impose their will with the run. Makes him talk to the hand. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
waited so long to start the season, and just